Hey everybody, I'm live here with Ben and 0Stella. How are you guys doing?
Good, thanks.
Nice. How are you doing over there, Ben?
There we go. There we go. I'm learning how to use
Hey.
I'm learning how to use technology. How's it going? I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Good. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good.
Excellent.
How's your day been so far, 0Stella?
yeah. Good so far. Just been songwriting today and procrastinating and then songwriting some more, then procrastinating, then songwriting some more. It's been good.
That sounds like an okay combo.
It's all right. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're
How's Toronto?
Toronto's good. Yeah, it's yeah, we're
It's
going through a
chugging.
little bit of a weird time where we're kind of
Yeah.
opening up. And who knows if we're going to stay opening up at this rate, but yeah, things are interesting to say the least.
Well, it's better than sitting at home bored to tears, so that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so you're writing some new stuff. What are you working on over there?
I'm writing my new album, so I am. I've been working on that pretty much all lockdown, and things are just starting to properly ramp up, and I'm just really, really getting into the songwriting now. Hopefully, to have enough songs finished by the end of the year to get into pre-production and then get the debut LP out by early next year, I would say. So that's the plan.
Awesome. Awesome. Do you want to just tell anybody who's watching who may not have heard your stuff before a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is 0Stella. You have to spell it with a zero, otherwise you won't find me. The zeros because I'm a huge advocate of zero waste, and so that spills over into the matter I write about, also the type of merchandise I put together, and also how I tour as well. So I try to incorporate it at every part of what I do. Um, and I make alternative rock Irish fusion. Basically, because I have a fiddle in my band, but but I do. I'm very influenced by songwriters like the Cranberries and Phil Lynott from Tin Lizzy, and newer people as well like Saint Vincent and the Yeah Yeah Yeahs and Garbage and stuff. Big '90s chick, obviously with the pink hair. But yeah, that's basically it. And on this EP right now, I speak about a couple of issues that are mostly pertinent to Ireland, but I was writing it from my perspective. And as I finished up the song and started playing for people over in Canada, I discovered that what I was writing about that happened in Ireland actually had a very, very frightening parallel happen in Canada as well. So it's been really, really amazing to watch a song that I wrote from my own perspective, from my life, start to like unite people and just inspire different conversation. And it has been a great vehicle for me to learn much more about Canada and the nuances of its history. So it's been great.
Cool. Are
Nice.
you talking about the FLQ thing versus like the IRA thing?
No, but maybe that's a song for the album
Can
coming up.
yeah,
Oh
can you
God,
can yeah, right?
I
Can you
was
go a little
actually
deeper into what you're talking about? Yeah.
I was talking about the Magdalene laundries that happened in Ireland, and the parallel between them and the Canadian residential schools.
Oh wow, okay.
So the song on the EP that is inspired by that story is called Linen. And so when I was growing up, I was like 16 years old. I was on my way into school one morning, and our national radio station is RTE, or RTE, as people would say over here, um, and the equivalent to CBC. And they had just closed down the last remaining residential school in Ireland. It was around like 2000 or sorry, I'm not that young. It was like 1998, I think, or maybe 1996. Anyway, the last residential school in Canada closed within a year of that one in Ireland closing. And they had one of the last four remaining residents that lived in this laundry on the radio. And she was like in her 90s at this point, getting interviewed and telling the story about how she ended up in this residential school. Sorry, not residential school, in the laundry. So the laundries basically were slave labor designed by the Catholic nuns, primarily used initially to target Protestant women in Ireland. And it was basically a technique for controlling women in Ireland, and they began under the guise of saving fallen women. So prostitutes and anyone that had a child out of wedlock, for instance. But it just grew and grew and grew from there. So if you were unlucky enough to be born in the town that you grew up in Ireland and regarded to have very nice long hair, like particularly beautiful, anything like that, that might get you in trouble with the boys, then a lot of the time you would just be whisked away from your family and thrown in these laundries, lest you fall foul of gentlemen prayers. And anyway, so this woman got thrown in because her mum had had her out of wedlock. And because they had like all these women coming in that had very young babies in their possession, they stole them away and put them in an orphanage next door. So you can imagine like exactly what you imagine when you think of Ireland and the church. Great, great big tall stone walls and institutions completely closed off. You can't see what's going on inside. So you had your laundries, and then right next door you had this orphanage, and then attached to that or in the town somewhere would also be a school. So the little kids would go to the orphanage first. When they were old enough to go to school, they would go to the school, and then if they were lucky enough, they would finish their life in the laundry. So it was just a closed circuit of slave labor essentially that they were getting. And so everybody, it's so sad too, because it's just like in Canada. And a friend of mine actually just wrote a book about this as well that just came out called Always Brave, Sometimes Kind. It's an amazing book by Katie Bickle. But she talks about the same things because she grew up in Alberta. And so a lot of this stuff was socially acceptable, you know, and everybody just kind of knew about it. So all these linens that were being done, because with slave labor, super cheap to get done. So Guinness, Jameson's, the Irish Army, the Irish government, they're all sending their linens to these places to get cleaned. And anyway, so what had happened was this woman had this girl out of wedlock, her little baby. She got put in the laundries. This woman being interviewed was raised in the orphanage. And so she didn't realize, but the nuns and everyone watching her grow up in the orphanage knew what her mum was like, and she happened to have a best friend who was a boy in the orphanage, and they were just coming around 12 years old or so, coming of age or whatever. And so they decided, considering what her mum was like, they should act in the girl's best interest and throw her in the laundries before she got herself in trouble. So one day this little boy just lost his best friend out of thin air. He had no idea where she went to. And then when he was old enough, because he was useful to society, I guess, they all just got let back out into the town to go and get jobs. So he it's just a horrible twist of fate, but he ended up getting a job as the delivery boy for the linens that she was working on inside the building. He had no idea. So there I was, 16 years old, being driven to school, which my school was also Catholic nuns, big stone building. Here I am driving into this thing. And the interviewer asked this old lady, she was like, well, did you ever find your best friend again? And honestly, to this day, I can't remember if I made up her answer or if this is the truth, but she didn't. And so the interviewer was like, well, hopefully now that this interview has been broadcast countrywide, maybe if he's still alive, hopefully you guys can connect. And that just...
Wow. So
as
this
a
is like
60
a recent thing, kind of like for in Ireland.
Yeah,
Like,
totally. Yeah. And so that kind of stuck with me that morning, and I went off about my business or whatever. Didn't really think about it too much beyond that. And then 2 years ago, I was sitting down to write a song, initially setting out to write like a Queens of the Stone Age kind of vibe, like Burn the Witch kind of feel. And this story bubbled back up again. I was like, huh. And it just killed me. I was like, I'd rather write like a love song for the life that they could have had. Who's to say if they would have ever have been like, you know, romantic or anything, but I just wanted to write a song for them that hopefully they had a better life than maybe they did. I don't know. And in the process of writing that song and then going on to play it at open mics in Edmonton, a lot of people came up to me and they're like, it's really important that you tell this story, because it's so important that people over here, Indigenous people in particular, learn that other cultures go through very similar experiences, and not to take anything away from their experiences, but hopefully to bring them some level of comfort in that
yeah.
other people go through the same thing, you know. And it's so important that people do talk about that stuff, because you can't really heal from it until you begin to talk about it. So yeah, it's been amazing. Like playing this song up in Prince George was crazy. I think I told you guys this story. I was up in Prince George and we were stranded because lockdown had just begun. We ran into this Irish bar. It was a big load of Irish musicians on tour, and we ran in anyway. It was like 2 days before St. Patrick's Day, and the Black Clover in Prince George was nice enough to give us an ad hoc show to replace the one that ours had just disappeared on us. And so there I was playing the song, and this one Indigenous guy was standing in the bar, and he was like listening, and I went into a much shortened version of this story right before I went into playing Linen. And he stopped in his tracks, and he was just listening intently. And I went into playing it, and I was watching him throughout the verses, and he was crying. And then I went to hit the chorus, and I met his eyes, and I almost burst out crying myself. I had to look away if I was going to finish the song. Like, it was so incredibly moving. Like, I've only ever had one other experience like that so far in music, where someone has told me how much a song that I've written has meant to them, and it's so humbling. There's no other word for it. Like, it's just so beautiful. It's such a gift to be able to be told that does something for somebody else. So it's really special.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's incredible. Are you going to be playing that song tonight?
I will, yeah. Yep.
Cool. Do we should we maybe jump into some music then, so we can get some we got the background on. I'd love to have everybody hear this one.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is called...
Sorry, maybe I'm messing up your set list here though by requesting that.
That's okay. I will go with the
right,
flow.
that's
I'm
true.
totally fine with that. Dude, like, if you can't just go with the flow after lockdown, you haven't learned a single thing. All right, this is Linen. Wish I had my sister's strength to wade deep blue innocence of all the saints, but you came to me like a tidal wave. My flowing hair was heaven to behold, taken for the sins that never would unfold, a secret hidden from a light of day. You got me. You got me, you got me, you got me hanging on, oh, 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 oh. You got me hanging on, oh, 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 oh. You got me hanging on, oh. You got me hanging on. Mother, please, I'm good as I can be. All these years I should have got a name for me, but I'll keep dreaming till I fade away. You got me, you got me, you got me, you got me hanging on, oh, 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 oh. You got me hanging on, oh, 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 oh. You got me hanging on, oh. You got me hanging on. I told you come around when it was safe, but your love is careless now and I'm afraid we can't take this back. We can't take this back. My head is filled with thoughts of me and you, linen kisses stolen around the back at noon. We can't take this back. We can't take this back. I pressed your linens now and gone to bed. Salvation in my head got between my legs. We can't take this back. We can't take this back. hanging on. Oh, 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 oh. You got me hanging on. Oh, 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 oh. You got me hanging on. Oh, you got me hanging on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think we are getting a little bit of distortion again, though. So maybe if you could like turn it down when you're playing and back up in between or something.
I
if that's-
just realized towards the end of the song, I was like, I was meant to come off the mic for this. Damn.
or just move back a bit.
Sorry.
And actually, it sounded really cool though. Like that definitely could have been intentional.
We'll call it intentional.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Jesse?
I mean, yeah. What do I?
That was my pedal. That was a really good distortion pedal that I had. Yeah.
Nice. That's the voice fuzz.
Yes.
Can I ask? Sorry, Jesse. Like, if you want to jump in, like, let me know. I actually wanted to follow up and see how Pandora, your recent single, is doing.
Really well. It got picked up on commercial radio in Edmonton there. So I got
Nice. Very cool.
a nice little spiel of messages coming in from fans hearing it on the radio, which is really great. And then it's been played on commercial down in Calgary as well on X92.9. Yeah, really good. And I ended up getting a grant through X92.9 as well towards the making of the album as well. So I guess it hasn't hurt.
Cool. Very cool. It's a great song. If you guys haven't checked out Pandora by 0Stella, definitely do.
Thank you. Yeah. And we just made that video in the nick of time before lockdown started. I had applied for a grant to help with the funding for that, and it got returned saying, like, because of COVID, we had to like rejig everything. So any projects that were proposed that involved, people being in close contact, we weren't able to give money for. So I was like, there's no way to hide the fact that we were in close contact in that video. It's the full band.
Right.
We're sweating on each other. It's great, but yeah.
Oh, I remember
no
the
getting around
days when you could sweat on someone.
I can't wait until we get back to that. Just like full on sweating on your neighbors in the middle of a mosh pit. It's so good, I swear.
Nice. We got a question from Michael here.
Oh, hey, Michael. How are you doing? This is Michael all the
hello,
way from
Michael.
Germany.
From Germany.
Awesome.
Nice. Thank you for turning in. He's asking which song means the most to you.
Cool.
That's a loaded question.
That is a loaded question. It depends on my day. I have to say Wide Awake, but it doesn't translate half as well when I play it acoustic, so it kind of breaks my heart. I love the recording of it, and I'm so in love with the video that we made for that because it's very eco warrior. And I never thought that I was going to be able to play a character that gets to like kidnap a dude and throw him in the boot of a car, but I actually did it in that video. It was so much fun. So I think that one is a special one to me. But I can't get over Fire. I just love performing Fire every time. So yeah. And especially now from like getting the song Fire reimagined by my friend in Dublin, Calistan. I can't get over how many different sides that song has to it now. I'm just delighted with how it came out. So yeah, that's been a great thing. Like I have to say, if there's one silver lining of lockdown, it's been being able to reconnect with my friend Calistan from Dublin, because he used to own the record label the first proper band I ever joined in Dublin was signed to. So everything's come really nicely full circle because he's going solo now, and this collaboration that we did together is basically his first release under his moniker. So it was a very fortunate turn of events, and always great reconnecting with friends from Dublin, because like there's literally no chat like Irish chat. Like between two Irish, holy, it just goes so quick, and you got to be so quick off the mark with your wit. I dare say I've gotten a bit rusty living over in Canada.
Oh yeah, Canadians are soft. We're very polite people.
Oh, we were throwing shade at each other back and forth over voice messages on Instagram yesterday, and it just hit a point where I'm just like, I got nothing. Shameful.
Where can we find that track?
The reimagined one that's coming out on the 25th of September.
25th.
Oh, the 25th of September. Yes, it is coming out on the 25th of September. Is that coming out on your platform and his?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
So pre-saves just went out yesterday, actually. So if you go to my Instagram, you can find the link there in my bio, and the link is going up on my Facebook later today. And also Calistan and I are doing a very special show on Sunday afternoon. So it's like 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Irish, where we're doing like a a pre-listening party, basically, for anyone on our mailing list. So we're going to play the song early for them, but also do a full breakdown on how we made it, like what... Oh, I won't get into it too much. It's only for people on mailing list, but basically it's a pretty sweet breakdown of all the things that we did to it differently from the original that everybody knows, and a couple of extra stories behind it, and an opportunity to get to know Calistan and stuff as well. So it's great.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's I just got an opportunity to give this a listen right before we jumped on here. But hearing the original version, you got like the Irish rock version originally, and then going to this, like what it's been turned into, is incredible. Like that is definitely not what I was expecting when I clicked that link, and it's great though.
I know, I love it, and the nicest thing personally for me is that Calistan's sound. The two of us were huge into the same kinds of bands when we knew each other and before we met as well. So I can hear all the stuff we used to listen to when we were friends and hanging out in Dublin. So it's really nostalgic for me. I think he's done an amazing job on it. So yeah. That's
awesome. And so if people want to be part of this on Sunday, is it too late for them to sign up for your mailing list, or can they get on there right now if they want to?
Absolutely, they can get on there right now, and all the way up until Sunday. I'll be sending out the invitation right up until then. So if you just go to 0Stella.com, spell it with a 0, you'll see the option to sign up to the mailing list right on the homepage there. So just do that and make sure you look for the confirmation email, and you'll be set to go.
Awesome. Yes, that's good. If you guys are looking for that, and trust me, the song is amazing how it came out. You definitely want to be part of that. So yeah, head over there and sign up for that. I should also mention this episode is right now live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So if anybody has any questions for Stella, you can type them in on any of those platforms, and they'll come straight into us. We've also got a tip jar set up at www.quarantinesongs.com. 100% of those profits will be split between the artists from tonight. Yeah, I think that's my housekeeping things. Do you got some more music you can play for us? I'm excited to hear some more.
I do, of course, yeah.
Nice.
Do you want Pandora?
Love to hear Pandora.
I always want Pandora.
Ben's gonna want it twice in a row, and then he's gonna ask for a third time after.
Yeah, I'm a repeat kind of guy.
Do you have your smokes handy? All right, let's just get her in tune. So Pandora is my latest release. It just came out on the 13th of March, as the whole world was ending. I thought it would be a really lucky day, 13th of March. I was going for the whole Celtic witch, forget your bad luck vibes. It's going to be a lucky day for me, and then the world literally ended that day. But nevertheless, Pandora is a song I wrote all about my favorite city to party in, how everybody has their one. It's quite like, that girl that you always know you shouldn't hook up with, but it's so much fun when you do. All right, this is Pandora. You were doing just fine till I sat next to you, and I liked you just fine till my eyes cut through you. Could have been a gold mine till you came and told me what you wanna do. Well, take the best from me. Yeah, take the best from me. Goodbye, love, Pandora's leaving with a flood that shouldn't have opened. Goodbye, love, I'm sure I'll see you as a code that shouldn't have broken. A little bedlam could be so good for you, and some chaos you run, but it's all coming catching up on you. Yeah, take the best from me. Yeah, take the best from me. Goodbye, love, Pandora's leaving with a flood that shouldn't have opened. Goodbye, love, I'm sure I'll see you as a code that shouldn't have broken. So close, that look in your eye, ill-advised and so divine. So hold me close, hours melt by. We're all the same, just take it in and give it away. We're all the same, just take it in and give it away. We're all the same, just take it in and give it away. Yeah, take the best from me. Yeah, take the best from me. Goodbye, love, Pandora's leaving with a flood that shouldn't have opened. Goodbye, love, I'm sure I'll see you as a code that shouldn't have broken. You're not fooling anyone. No, you're not fooling anyone.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, we got to clap. Michael's got the clapping sound going in
Nice.
there. Lena's in here. Hey, Lena, she's saying you
Hi,
rock.
Lena. Thanks, babe. Yeah, so that's always loads of fun to play live. Oh my goodness. It's been
One
really
actually
hard.
translates beautifully acoustically. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, good. I'm really glad. Yeah, it's a fun one to do. But it's been really hard though playing live, especially when like singing was illegal. It only just got made legal again in Alberta here last week or the beginning of this week. So like whenever I'm playing songs like this one is a really good stomper, but Fire in particular, the last right on tour in March, I was really starting to get like really good mileage out of that song for sing-alongs and stomps. And there's a harmony that kind of echoes on the recorded track that I always try and get the audience to emulate, and people's timing is like way off in the best way possible, and it just becomes this like complete mess of randomers yelling fire at completely inappropriate times all through the song, and then the rest of the set was fabulous. I love it, but I missed it so much though, like when we weren't able to get people to sing along. So we're on the right trajectory now, so should be well set for new live shows coming up soon.
Yeah, you were mentioning before we jumped on here. You've done a few live shows recently as well. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I had loads of fun playing out in Prince George before the province shut down again. They kind of took a few steps back. I was out on tour in March, as I said, with a band called Rhymestone from Saskatchewan. And the tour was basically publicized as this like traveling Irish flock because I'm Irish, obviously, and then the lead singer of that band has Irish heritage, and our tour manager is from Belfast in Northern Ireland. So she just went ham with all her press, and she was like, all the Irish people are out on the road at the moment, blah blah blah. So it was great crack. But our tour fell apart on us, obviously, because lockdown was just beginning as we were starting tour. So we got to Prince George, and our gig fell apart on us. We arrived into town with nothing to play, so I ran about town like a complete mad thing, into every establishment I could find, throwing on the thickest accent because it was 2 days before St. Patrick's Day, and I was like, I know all the Irish songs. I'll play for you. Please just let us have a gig. Oh my God, we're homeless musicians and we have no gig tonight. Oh please. And so they gave us a show. They were fabulous, and I was lucky enough that the staff there that night really liked me, so they had me back for a 3-night residency there in August. And
Nice.
that was a weird one too, because I was trying to build a set that wouldn't incite sing-alongs. So but I have to say, like, the bar itself was so good at being going above and beyond on all their protocol and stuff. So I must give them a good shout out on that. But I was great though. Like, it was really pushing me to learn a bunch more Irish songs. I don't normally sit around learning until like 2 weeks before St. Patrick's Day, but it's been really helpful because it tends to like, it's very much informed the style of music I'm wanting to write now for the upcoming album. So it's been really fun to explore that part of my heritage, I suppose. So yeah, it's been good.
That's
Nice.
cool. So, do you think we're going to hear more of an Irish kind of inspiration
Yeah,
in the
I'm
next in the
hoping
new stuff?
so. I'm very much torn because you're about to die. Hang on, let me plug you in.
No.
There you go.
I didn't know.
Ben,
I
I'm
should
so sorry.
This is how I got the news.
I should have asked before. Sorry, lads. Consent. But what's going on? Yeah, I think so. As I said, I'm torn because I absolutely love like pop music and like garbage and all that stuff. And I've written a bunch of songs now that are very, very modern, and there's not too much Irish influence sitting on them, and they're bangers. They're so much fun to sing. So I expect there's going to be probably a split personality potentially on this album, which works because the loose title right now is Pendulum State, so just all about like swinging back and forth kind of thing. So I have a concept in mind, so there's a strong likelihood you'll get a bit of everything on there. So I'm excited to try and pull it off.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. We got some more comments in here too. He's saying always amazing.
Thanks, Lena.
And Michael's got another question for you. Is there a fixed process when you write songs, which I feel like ties into what we were just talking about, or do you write when you feel like it or when you think of something good?
Normally when there's a deadline is the greatest motivation. But also I do try and be relatively regular in turning up to write songs. I could always be better, but I try and sit down regularly to write regardless of whether or not I have an idea, and learning to play an instrument for myself, which I've only done in the last few years, has been instrumental in that process. Oh God, I'll go home. Sorry, but
Show's over. I'm
been-
closing the
Yeah.
laptop.
exactly.
You
It
guys
all
saw what
went
she did there.
downhill. But no, it's been really good though, because like it's pushed me to get way out of my comfort zone, because I never really played an instrument growing up, so I was always the top liner in a band. You know, the band would write the music and I would write the lyrics and melody on top of that. Or I would fart around on the white keys on a piano, not knowing what I was doing. And I'm like, that sounds kind of good. And it always sounded like Lana Del Rey, which was frustrating, but beautiful. But, you know, that's her song. But anyway, right now, I'm really enjoying exploring the theme that I'm working to with the pendulum, trying to take like one song subject and write it from multiple points of view. So that's been really, really fun. And then mining Irish trad songs for interesting rhythms and things. And I bought a bodhrán when I was home in Ireland over Christmas when I was on tour there, which is like an Irish hand drum.
Oh,
And
okay. Right on.
so I'm starting to delve into playing that and things now. So that's great crack. And yeah, so it just depends. Like I might hear some weird ticking sound that's mechanical and it might give me an idea, or I might think of a melody. The two songs on the EP I ended up just dreaming up. I live in a house full of musicians in Edmonton here, and we all went to music college together and we're all playing all the time. And I woke up on two occasions with full songs in my head, and I would have to like sleepily reach for my phone, hope that I turned on the voice memo, oftentimes discovered I had not hit it yet and I had sung this whole song, by which point there was only 50% of the song left. I'm like, oh, I have to go again. So but yeah, I remember for like a week or two solid I was running around after all my friends singing this song after them. I'm like, are you sure this isn't yours? That I just like thought of while you were practicing the other day, you know, and just dreamt up. But they're like, no, it's yours. I was like, great, lovely. So I have a couple of songs. I think Wide Awake was one of those. And maybe actually Wide Awake was the only one that made it on. That was a dream song. But yeah, that's a dream song.
Nice. I gotta ask you, how many more songs were you planning on playing here, 0Stella?
Definitely Fire, and
Okay.
then I'm good after that. I'll go for as long as you need me to. So if we have time for just one more, I'd like to play Fire.
Cool. Yeah, we got time for a couple more. We're gonna have Nerima coming on around 6, so we got a little bit of time there.
Okay.
We're gonna show your music video for Fire as well, so people can hear the full rock version, and then definitely go to her website so you can get on the mailing list so you can hear the super cool Do Electronic version.
Totally. And at the very least, if you're not into that or you can't make the show, join up to the mailing list because there's always tasty things that come by only for mailing list subscribers. Or at the less than that, the most helpful thing would be just to pre-save the song right now, so it's in your library for release day next Friday.
Yeah, and that is something that really helps artists a lot with how that track starts going right off the bat. So yeah, please do go pre-save that. That's a lot more helpful for artists than I think a lot of listeners realize sometimes.
It tells the machines you're interested in hearing more.
Yes.
The machines won't know otherwise.
It's funny. We got Elvira with us. Hey.
Oh,
hey
hi.
But yeah, if you want to jump into another song, and then if anybody has any questions, this is the time to get them in.
Sure.
And yeah.
Well, why don't we finish up with Fire then? So you let me know when we're on the last song. In the meantime, I'm going to give
Cool.
you this
Yeah.
one.
So we got time for probably 2 more songs if you want to, and then we'll end the show on Fire.
Sweet. On Fire. Or will we be on
Yeah,
fire? Will there
that
be
sounds weird. The way, just you guys wait till
This
I
is a
come back from
dangerous
this
show.
break. I'm gonna be back in flames. So don't leave your computer.
Oh, man. Okay. The song is called Something About You. Midnight and I'm lonely. His eye is on every girl but me. One home, one holy hope. This might turn right. I learned to live invisibly, but you got me now. Press to your side, I don't mind. Yeah, you got me now, keeping me up all the night. From up here, it all seems so small. The big fear, the danger is far. But there's something all about you. There's something all about you. There's something all about you. Tells me I might like to I won't go and change this. There's something all about you. There's something all about you. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm trying to hide now. I'm trying to hide the telltale sign. My smile that breaks away betrays my trust. You breathe the life back into mine. But you got me now, pressed to your side, I don't mind. You got me now, pressed to your side, I don't mind. From up here, it all seems so small. The big fear, the danger is small. But there's something all about you. There's something all about you. There's something all about you. Tells me I might lie too. I won't go and change this. There's something all about you. There's something all about you.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice. So yeah, there's one question I want to squeeze in here, just because I'm looking for a fun story, because these things aren't happening anymore. But can you share one of your favorite touring memories with us?
One of my favorite touring memories. Does it have to be an 0Stella one or?
No, just a story you got from your musical adventures.
It has to be your story. You have to have the rights to it.
My story. My favorite story so far was playing South by Southwest in my old band, Burning Daisy. We had a habit of breaking drummers, and that year we had just broken another drummer. He was in hospital, recovering from a operation, and so we had to get a replacement drummer on board. And so we all had the same idea, I guess, as every other band traveling down to Austin, that we would not bring our guitars and instruments and we would just rent them down there. And so we got down there. Thankfully, we got down there at the early bit of the weekend and just caught the last bass guitar in the entire city for rent. And the drums were meant to be there. And so we arrived at the venue and there was no drum kit. And we were like, we just brought this. We just went to like so much trouble to try and find a replacement drummer and get all practiced up. And there was nothing. And they were like, yeah, sorry about that. Can you just do a trio? And we were like, well, I guess we can. Yeah. And they said, they were like, well, we'll have the drum kit tomorrow. But we weren't due to play the following day. Like that was our set that day. But anyway, they were very nice about it. They gave us an extra set the following day, and so we got to play and play to a full house. It was great crack, and we were just really lucky as well because we were safely away in our little venue playing, and that was the same year that crazy lunatic drove down the main street of South by Southwest and took out a load of people and drove his car straight into like the window of a bar that a friend of mine who was there playing also was just about to walk into, and they decided, no, we'll have one more pint where we are next door. So yeah, it was a bit of just a series of near misses for everybody involved. It was crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, it sounds like I don't know. I don't know if that's good luck or bad luck. Like that's just a lot of luck in both directions in that story.
Yeah, which actually kind of completely contradicts the run of luck I had on my first UK Ireland tour, in fact, because that was just mayhem. I went over solo. I ended up getting bed bugs within the first 2 days, and
Oh
it
yeah.
meant that I was like walking around like no luggage, nothing, just me and like my bare guitar around the streets of Camden in London, like, and just I was fit to cry and sleep in the park that night. Like it was ridiculous. And it was the same weekend. My dad was rushed into hospital for like a possible heart attack. He was meant to drive me from Dublin to Derry in Northern Ireland, like 2 days later when I got back into Ireland. And just by the skin of his teeth, he was able to do that. So he drove me up there. And when we got into Derry, there was all these armored trucks going around because riots had broken out again based on the Troubles, and there was like petrol bombs being thrown and stuff, and I wasn't allowed like walk to my show. I had to get a taxi even though it was 5 minutes down the road from where I was living. And that tour was mayhem. I'm still recovering from it.
Yeah, that sounds like one hell of a tour story. That is
Yeah.
hardcore. That's crazy.
Yeah. Ah, sure.
Yeah, whatever. It happened, you know.
I don't know. Like I grew up like on the tail end of the Troubles, right? So, and my mum's from the north of Ireland, still the Republic. So the quickest route there from Dublin is to drive immediately north over the border into Northern Ireland, then go west out over the border again and go to her hometown. And so I'm just used to, as a kid, like driving over the border and big lads like checkpoints with machine guns going through your luggage and stuff, like full army gear, camo and everything. So I mean, my mum was on a train that got blown up by the IRA, so there's that. Like, so you just kind of roll with it, like, you know.
Yeah, these are not issues. I hear from what I'm interviewing most of these Canadian artists. That is wow, yeah, that is some
It's
crazy
some
stuff. But yeah, you're
intense,
right. Like
some
all you
intense
can do
stuff.
is keep moving forward.
Well, like I said earlier, like if nobody has learned anything from COVID, just roll with it and just work it out as you go. You know, like what else can you do? Give yourself a nervous breakdown otherwise.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like part of your Irish upbringing?
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know, like everyone just a lot of people just have the attitude, especially older generations, like don't trouble anybody with your own problems because everybody has their own problems. So just deal with it and get on with it. Basically get on with it. That's my mum to a D. Just get on with it. And I love it. I love it so much because
I can relate to that to no end. You have no idea.
oh good. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think it's been really beneficial moving over here too because you guys are so very opposite. Everyone's open here and into talking about their feelings, and obviously now in modern Ireland there's way more talk of mental health and that kind of thing, so it's coming in all across the world, which is great. But I feel like I've gotten a really healthy dose of both here, so it's a nice mix.
Very cool.
Nice. You got any more questions for Stella?
You know what, Ostella? I want to give you just 1 minute to talk about any environmental situation or cause or whatever you're into right now, because I know that's like big part of your thing. So have at it. What should
Ocean.
we be concerned about? What shouldn't we be concerned
Oh
about?
God, 1 minute to get all that in. My personal focus is the ocean cleanup, which is a project that's been running pilot schemes on coming up with new innovative ways to clean up all the rubbish out of the ocean, because our oceans are our planet's lungs, along with the Amazon and all the other rainforests and things. So, if you have 5 minutes, I would love for you to just go on the website and also check out Cora balls as well. They are these crazy plastic balls, mostly made from. They're trying different formulas, but the goal is to make them from completely recycled plastic, but right now they're a composite. And they go in your laundry and they collect up all the microplastics that come off of your synthetic fibers to stop them going into the ocean. Because all of the plastics sitting in the ocean wreak absolute havoc on all of our hormone systems, every species. So it's quite important. And they're just I started with them when they were in the Kickstarter phase, and I think they've gone beyond it now. So definitely a worthwhile cause to check out. And also, if you're in the Edmonton area, maybe check out Earth Warrior Lifestyle, who collaborated with me on my 100% compostable cutlery kits that you can get on my Bandcamp page, and she designs all sorts of things, and her studio is entirely zero waste. She upcycles threads and makes everything from upcycled materials before they go in the landfill. So, yeah.
Okay, amazing. And just where can we find out more about Ostella?
0Stella.com, spelt with a 0. And if you go there, you will see a very gentle little reminder to join the mailing list. And also you get direct links to all my socials from there. So that's basically the best place to go to if you need anything from me. I'm right there. Awesome. And I'm just about to launch a subscription thing as well. So there's tiered layers, a lot like Patreon, but I host it on my own website. So I've got a bundle of tasty things coming up depending on what tier you want to sign up to. So I just got my first, actually, Michael from Essen in Germany, who's here with us today, was my first subscriber. So he's getting loads of goodies for himself.
Awesome.
So. Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's going to be historic, Michael. That's pretty awesome. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, we're caught up on 6 here. Is there anything else you want to tell us about Fire, which is your new track coming out very shortly? You said it's a declaration to imperfections, which I think is a beautiful subject for a song. Yeah, do you wanna finish off the night just talking about Fire before you go into that?
Yeah, this collaboration with Khalistan really threw a brand new filter on that song. It's always been a declaration of imperfection, but it resonated the most with Khalistan because he is a trans man, and he and I have both been struggling with our identity, his from a sexual orientation and mine from a more of a cultural immigrant perspective. The last 10 years since we've been a bit apart and haven't hung out that much. So it was really serendipitous to come together and work quite accidentally, and to be able to rework this song into something that more celebrates the differences between us, and hopefully gives other people the courage to be who they're authentically meant to be.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Okay, so yeah, I'll unless you got anything else, Ben, we'll let you close off on Fire, and then we're gonna be playing the music video so people can get a taste of the old one. And we got Nerima coming up next, and then Dani Kristina up at 7. So yeah, stay tuned.
Thank you so much for hanging out, Ostella. It was awesome.
Yeah, thanks guys for having me. It's always a pleasure being here.
Thank you for the tunes.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks so much.
This is Fire.
Fire, I was the one to start fire, the burning of my own heart. I'm on the outside, oh well, I never could break in, but I'll make it work out so well. I feel him slipping in and yeah, I'm starry-eyed, but oh well, I'm standing all alone, so come prop me up, never tell, 'cause I'll do this on my own, and I will make it beautiful. I will make it beautiful. Fire, yeah, I was the one to start fire, the burning of my own heart. Never ever wanted nothing if it wasn't something only I could start fire. Yeah, I was the one. Black butterflies fluttering, another night spent drinking your sidewind, your secret way in. Another night spent drinking. I'm getting critical. Fire, yeah, I was the one to start fire, the burning of my could be anything you want. Ooh. Just say you want me and it's falling all down. It's falling all down. Ooh. Fire. I was the one to start fire. The burning of my own heart. Never ever wanted nothing. If it wasn't something only I could start fire. Yeah, I was the one fire. Yeah, I was the one. Never ever wanted nothing. If it wasn't something only I could start fire. Yeah, I was the one. Ooh, 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 ooh,
Nice, fantastic. Thank you one last time for coming on here. This was a lot of fun chatting with you again.
Thanks, Ben and Jesse. Thanks for having me on. It was loads of fun.
Awesome. So yeah, now we're heading straight into the music video, and then we got Nerima coming up next. Please do go to 0Stella.com, sign up for that mailing list, and check out some more of her music.
Thanks.
Okay, 0Stella.
Bye.
Could break in, but I'll make it work out so well. I feel I'm slipping in and now I'm starry-eyed, but oh hell, I'm standing all alone. So come prop me up, never tell, 'cause I'll do this on my own, and I will make it beautiful. We'll make it beautiful. Fire. Yeah, I was the one to start fire. The burning of my own heart. Never ever wanted nothing. If it wasn't something only I could start fire. Yeah, I was the one. Black butterflies fluttering. Another night spent drinking your sidewind, your secret way in. I never saw you coming. I'm getting critical. Fire. Yeah, I was the one to start fire. The burning of my own heart. Never ever wanted nothing. If it wasn't something only I could start fire. Yeah, I was the one to start. I could be anything you want. Ooh. Just say you want me and it's falling all down. It's falling all down. Ooh. Fire. I was the one to start fire. The burning of my own heart. Never ever wanted nothing. If it wasn't something only I could start fire. Yeah, I was the one to start fire. Yeah, I was the one to start fire. The burning of my own heart.
Awesome. Oh man, I'm so excited for the new version to come out. You guys definitely got to make sure you go sign up so you can check that out.
So
And
it's
yeah,
ostella with a 0.com.
with a zero. Yeah, and now we got Toronto band Nerima coming in. Hey, how are you guys doing?
We're good. How are you guys?
Good.
Doing great, guys.
Nice. I'm excited to have you guys on. We had you scheduled for a little while back, but that show had to get postponed. So I'm stoked to have you guys on here finally.
Yeah, we're excited to finally be on too.
Nice. How's your guys' day been so far?
Well, we went to school for half of it, but besides that, it was pretty chill, I guess.
Yeah.
Because of
New
quarantine.
Practice, got ready for the show. That was it.
Nice. Yeah, you guys are a brand new band. You guys just put out your first single. This is super fresh, so we're excited to have you guys on here, and people can kind of see the start of what I'm sure is going to be something great.
Oh, thank you.
How did you guys come together and get this band started? It's a bit of a crazy time to be doing that kind of stuff. So can you tell us a little bit about that story?
Well, we technically started in like October of last year, so nothing was happening yet.
Right.
But we spent most of that time just trying to get to know each other and practice, since most of them didn't know each other yet. Also, they didn't know their instruments yet for a long time.
Yeah, I was new to bass, she was new to drums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually going to play bass first, and then we decided to put me on drums, and then he joined to learn bass. So.
Yeah. And then we only played our first show in like February, I think.
Yeah,
March.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
then we only got our song out really recently, but yeah,
So
we were
how was
gonna
your
start-
first show?
Oh, that one.
Oh, wow, actually.
Yeah, I know. I liked it. It was kind of stressful because it was kind of close to when quarantine started, but we just made it, so that was good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to ask you guys some questions. I'm really curious about how things are for a band that is just starting and getting their stuff figured out. So yeah, we'll have plenty for you. I do want to let everybody know, just to repeat, we're streaming right now on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. And if you guys are watching from any of those three platforms, if you want to ask any questions for Nerima, you can ask them on there, and they'll all come in here, and we'll get them over to them. We've also got a tip jar set up at www.quarantinesongs.com. 100% of those profits are going to be split between the bands. So if you've got anything to share, please do that. You got anything to add before we jump into some music here, Ben?
No, I'm actually very excited to hear what's coming up.
Cool. Okay, I'll let you guys take it away and play us a song or two, and then we'll jump in and ask you some questions.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna start with the one song that we released so far, "All Afraid to Fall." It's on all streaming platforms, so you can go find that.
Justin, I'm going to introduce you.
Oh yes, and my brother's here to play lead
Hello.
guitar.
Hi.
He's our temporary touring member. So this is "All Afraid to Fall." Bright headlights, fine midnight. Tell us not to hurry, 'cause we won't get there at all. Time frozen, we dove in. Tell us not to worry, and then wait for us to fall. We'll fight for you, find you through it all. If we can't do it, no one can. We got our hearts on our sleeves, the world in our hands. We'll never fake it, gotta make it out of here. And we'll be alright if we ever fall. You know we'll keep on through it all. We gotta make it, gotta take us out of here. Run back rooms, can't find you. But now it's our time to be seen. Oh, shine spotlights, leave midnight. Are you ready now? We'll find you, it's our dream. And we'll play for you, take you through it all. If we can't do it, no one can. We got our hearts on our sleeves, the world in our hands. We'll never fake it, gotta make it out of here. And we'll be alright if we ever fall. You know we'll keep on through it all. gotta make it, gotta take us out of here. And we'll go find our way, I know, out of this crumbling city where we're all afraid to fall. And it's time, their dream isn't mine. So let's take this world we built together and get out of here.
This fun one.
Should we do another song?
That one is on Spotify, Apple Music, and I think most of the streaming services. So you guys can go listen to it if you like it. I think we should wait for them.
Awesome. That was wicked, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool. That was great. Yeah, we got lots of comments coming in from you guys through Facebook and Instagram. We got Rolly here, Mage, Keomangi, and Patricia. Hi to everybody tuning in. Thank you for watching.
You guys gave us kind of a timeline of like when you met and stuff, but when did you guys like decide to be a band or that you were a band? Like how did you guys all come into that sort of creative thing together?
Well, Alex and I are cousins, and we've always been in music. So I think in like really early on, like 2017 or something, we were just like, we should start a band. But obviously that didn't start for a long time because we didn't really know anyone who played instruments. But then I met Connor in school, who he still didn't play an instrument, but he said he really wanted to learn bass. So I was like, yeah, I'll teach you bass guitar, and then maybe you can join our band if you like it. And he actually picked it up really quickly. How was that?
It was fun learning it. At first, like obviously I haven't played a stringed instrument before, so it was really hard getting used to because it hurt because you have to build the capacity and stuff. So I spent a while doing that and then just getting used to rhythm and just all that sort of stuff because I wasn't too into music before. I mean now I am, but starting off it was hard, but now I'm used to it. It's nice.
Yeah, and then she also just picked up drums in October too. So how was that?
It was really stressful at first because I've really been only used to playing like ukulele and piano, which is a lot different from the drums. But I started to realize that like I felt like I belonged on the drums because it was more like I could sit back and keep the rhythm while also listening to like the rest of the band, which I really liked. And I didn't have to learn like scales and stuff, which was nice. Yeah, and it's really I didn't really appreciate drums in songs before, but as I started playing it, I started picking up on it more and I focused on it more, and I think that's really nice.
Oh yeah, you said you do that with bass too.
Yeah, I could barely hear bass in songs before. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it gives you different perspective for sure. Yeah, that's awesome. So you guys are all coming together to do this now. Why are you passionate about music? Why is this something that you guys want to be doing with your life?
Well, I've been into music for I think all my life, but at first it was just like singing around the house or like playing Rock Band on the Wii. I don't know if you guys know that game, but I always loved to sing. It was probably really annoying at first, but then I actually learned music and I learned like instruments, and I feel like that's sometimes the part that like throws people off when like they can't pick it up. But I know I was really thrown off for a bit too because it was hard picking it up. But then I guess I just kept playing and I got really into it. And then when I started writing, that's when I knew music was my passion. What about you guys?
Okay. Well, I was a little bit into music at first. I definitely listened to not a lot of different stuff, but I like music, got me hyped and stuff for shows, like openings and everything. And then I joined the band, and then I just started enjoying music more, honestly. It's not my biggest passion, but it is a passion. I do like the band a lot, so that's, yeah.
Nice.
I'd say I probably agree with the statement that, well, no, okay. Music has been like super important in my life since I was young also, but I really only like listened to it and stuff. I never actually thought I'd have the courage to join a band and play stuff, but like Lexi definitely helped me realize like do that,
Yeah.
and that it would be a lot of fun being in a band with people, and it wouldn't be as scary as I thought it would be. Yeah, I guess it's a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Like actually playing and writing stuff, and I started writing stuff too, which is really nice. And yeah,
I'm glad you like the band.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But no, like there is an energy that you get from, you know, playing music with other people and having that kind of interaction that there's not really. I don't think there's, you know, really a replacement for it or something that you compare it to. It's its own feeling and its own energy, and that, yeah, I feel like that makes a lot of sense.
Definitely, yeah.
Nice. Cool. You guys want to play us another track here?
Yeah, sure. This one's another original. It's not released yet because we only have the one release, but this one's called Secret Love.
Lying awake at night dreaming, the only thing that I can do. So sing me your song as my dreams float along towards you. Help me find out why I'm breathing, but you'll never know this is true. So tell me your words, and with every verse I love you. Don't wanna let you go, no matter how far I know you are. Don't wanna give you up, so no matter how hard I love you. And I'll call for you too, and I'll fall for you every time, and with every line I will love you. Whispering all of your secrets to anyone wishing to hear, but listening secretly, I feel that it's meant for me here. I'm nobody special, I never was, but I bleed along with every word, and I can't seem to find my way back to the real world. I don't wanna let you go, no matter how far I know you are. Don't wanna give you up, but you're already gone. I love you, and I'll call for you too, and I'll fall for you every time, and with every line I will love you. But your song isn't mine, and I'll run from this every time. But I'm no friend of yours, and you're no savior of mine. So I love you, and I'll call for you too, and I'll fall for you every time, and with every line I will love you. So I love you, and I'll call for you too, and I'll fall for you every time, and with every line I will love you.
Thank you. Oh, the sun.
yes.
Yeah, it's just sort of blinded us
Well,
halfway through.
We have a nice.
Yeah, the sun really started coming through on that one.
Yeah, it looks like you guys are gonna get abducted by aliens any second.
We're trying to use our massive fox stuffed toy to block it.
Nice.
That worked, actually.
Oh, nice.
So how you guys have been a band, you said, since a couple, like about a year ago, you said, right?
Yeah.
And how these songs like that you guys are doing now, how are you guys writing? What's the writing process like, and what's the, I guess, practicing process been like over this quarantine sort of situation? Less so, I guess, now, but when we were pretty hardcore with it, like how did you guys grow together?
Um, well, writing, well, because I'd been writing for a long time, most of the songs were just like old ideas or stuff that I'd already written that I just didn't have anything to do with. But some of them did come like while I was in the band because I really wanted to write new stuff for it. But yeah, and then I would just bring it to the band. I'd run through it, and then they'd kind of just try to play over it and see what worked. And yeah, they're pretty good at writing, so they usually pick some really good stuff up. But then oh yeah, you're right too. We have one song by her that I think is good.
Thank
Do you want to talk about your writing?
A lot of my writing usually comes from just like I'll have like some random abstract idea that I want to turn into a song because I want to talk about it, and I really want to talk about it like normally. I'd rather just write into a song. So I try to take that and write about it, or like I'll try to find something that I like and try to like I guess commemorate it in like a song, like put my love in for that thing in a song. So usually I'll just have like an idea out in public and then I'll write it in the notes app and then I'll develop it later. Yeah, and then I give it to Lexi, then she plays around with it a bit because she's actually studying music theory, and then we give it to the band and they play it.
Yeah, but that works. I mean, writing is like not the meaning writing about something that you're really passionate about. That's definitely one of the best ways to express yourself. And then practicing, well, before everything, because we started in October, so we still had like a few months. That was like we practiced, I guess, whenever we could get together. I mean, at first it was just a lot of like jamming, just playing songs we wanted to play instead of stuff we'd actually play live. But then we really like got to know each other through just like playing random covers or our favorite songs. And that's when we started playing originals or like covers that we play on our shows. And then I guess quarantine, we just kind of had to not have practice anymore. And we just kind of text, I guess, and like talk about what we plan to practice or like what our next ideas were.
Yeah, we didn't really write during quarantine. Most of the songs were written beforehand.
Yeah. Well, I wrote, but I don't think we're using
like the band.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you guys practiced at home during quarantine.
Oh yeah. Quarantine gave me so much time to get better at bass.
Well, you were good, but now you're even better. I guess we just practiced individually.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice. That's funny. Patricia was saying the glare is artistic. It was very artistic looking for a second there. At first when I was like, "Oh, this is so beautiful," and then all I could see was the sun, and you guys were shadows. Nice. Yeah. So you guys put out your first recorded track. That was the first one you played for us, "All Afraid to Fall." Are you guys? A two-part question, I guess. Are you guys working on recording more stuff? And can you tell us about how you recorded that first song and what the process was like for you guys as your first track coming out?
Yeah. Well, we definitely are planning on recording more stuff. I mean, we wanted to get the album out in 2020, but that's definitely not happening anymore because of Corona. But at least that gives us more time to write. So we want to record, I guess, whenever things open up again. Also, when we get like the money to go to a studio. But then recording the first song, we didn't do that in the studio because we didn't have the money yet. So it was kind of chaotic. What we did was we bought a really cheap mixer from Long and McQuaid. And I guess because none of us had ever done anything like audio engineering or recording before. So we just kind of started playing into it and tried to see if it would work. And it didn't. So we got help from one of Connor's friends who's actually, what does he do? He's like an audio engineer, right?
Yeah, he's like self-taught, just fiddles around with a bunch of different stuff, and he's really good with music and audio and everything. So.
Yeah, so you did that, and then we kind of got a bit more of a hang of recording it. But then once we did recording, we found that mixing was probably 10 times harder than recording was. Right. So we struggled with that for like a month, just trying to get it to sound good on like Audacity because it's free. Yeah. So I had to enlist my brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, who knows a bit more than I do. And then we finally got it out, and actually a very nice person named Andres Carpio, he offered to just mix our song for free professionally. So we were like, that is a huge weight off our shoulders. So we finally got that out in like June, I think.
That's awesome. Yeah, I really think that's a testament to, right, like sometimes you just got to do it. You got to get the ball rolling. And right, if you guys hadn't done that, I'm sure he would have never, that never would have fallen into place like that. So
Yeah.
How many great band stories have started out with Long and McQuaid?
It was a fun trip.
this, cool. Yeah, you guys wanna jump into another tune for us?
Sure. This one's another original. We want this one to be a single, so we've played this at our first show and our other show that was with AMO Music. So, oh my gosh. This one is called Home.
Did you take a walk where nobody had ever gone before? Or did you run where nobody goes? Did you fall asleep in heaven where the angels soar? Or did you fall where demons roam? Is it hard keeping every tongue you tie? Or did you want to lose every war? Is it hard falling into dreams every night? Or aren't these demons at your door? But you don't want to leave, cause you owe it to him. Though I know he'd sooner be deserving of this. So I'll beg the angels to let you in. You suffered too long now from someone else's sin, and you can never forget it. And I'll beg the demons to leave you alone. You spent too long there, now they're calling you home. How does it feel taking every pointed word? Do you still think you found home? How's it feel taking every pointless sword? Do you still think you can't let go? Ain't it fun when the devil appears in you? Poison leaks into every line. Ain't it fun when he's lying on the cold ground too? And you haven't lost every fight, but you don't want to leave cause you're terrified. Though I know you'd sooner see that devil die. So I'll beg the angels to let you in. You suffered too long now from someone else's sin, and you can never forget it. And I'll beg the demons to leave you alone. You spent too long there, now they're calling you home. And now you're running from something true. So hold it close and let him run from you. And you find out you're finally free, but you still keep one eye open when you fall asleep. And the memories are faded, but no life's taken quite this long before. So I'll beg the angels to lead you in. You suffered too long now from someone else's sin. So I'll beg the angels to let you in. You suffered too long now from someone else's sin, and you can never forget it. And I'll beg the demons to leave you alone. You spent too long there in that place you called home. And I'll beg the angels to lead you in. You suffered too long now, living in your painted skin. And now you want it to heal you. And I'll beg the demons to let you go. But they'll never know these memories to fall asleep with you.
Thank you. We hope that'll be our next single, so watch out for it if we can ever get in a studio.
Nice. Have you guys been looking at at studios yet? Do you got any plans for where you're gonna go do this stuff?
I've been researching some, but for now they're definitely out of our price range.
Yeah.
So we're kind of working on. I guess we want to play more shows, try to get some more, a budget for the band to record. Actually.
Yeah,
Nice.
and that's kind of the struggle as a starting band, hey? Like it takes money to put all these kind of things out, and like until the music is making money, like it's all kind of a vicious cycle, you know?
It is, yeah. Our first band fund was just like a jar of coins that we held in like our pockets in our couches. Well, that's why we bought the mixers, though. I guess it works.
That's funny. Dino Earth saying, sorry folks, you might as well leave. I am the #1 Nerima stan.
Oh, thank you so much.
So Dino Earth was also lied to, and I just want to bring this up because he's implying that somebody told them that this was at 7.
Dino Earth, I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. That's
yeah, and I don't even know how to pronounce that one, but he's saying great job, Ghost lead guitarist. Yeah, there's
Justin the Oreo. I just looked up your Instagram, Justin the Oreo. Get on camera, say hi.
He's my brother, so I forced him into this.
That's cool. That's cool. So you guys scooch over, let Justin the Oreo join the conversation.
Not say hi to everyone.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm her brother. I was not planning to be part of the band at all. But like,
you're in it now.
Yeah,
you like it, right?
Yeah, it's fun. I'm just like, I'm not even like, I just started also learning guitar more seriously too. So
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really a startup.
I'm just like a temporary tour member for now until I can find the time to maybe join. So
well, you're awesome. So thank you.
You're doing a rocking job.
Thank you,
Justin the Oreo. Can I ask about the Instagram name? Like, is there anything?
Well, like Oriel. So my name is Justin Oriel, and then when I was like in grade 3, people would keep calling me Justin Oreo, and I got actually kind of mad at it.
Can I talk about the YouTube channel?
Oh no! And then so then I kind of for my Instagram, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just lean into it. I'm Justin the Oreo now, so
yeah.
It's stuck.
Oh, now people call him JTO, and he hates it.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Sorry about that.
oh boy.
Well, I think it's nice.
Can you guys tell me? This is sort of a question for everybody. Can you tell me what influences you musically? Like any artists that sort of speak to you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, anyone who knows me knows I'm really annoyingly obsessed with Paramore. But I mean, I think they're awesome, and it's a girl vocalist, so I can like reach her songs instead of having to always sing it higher. So I think that's awesome. And then just instrument-wise, I guess Green Day, they're really cool. A bit of Jimmy Eat World and Foo Fighters, like some classic rock that's just really fun. And yeah, I guess some other modern ones like 1975 and 21 Pilots. What about you guys?
Well, Paramore for me too is one of my biggest bass inspirations. I really like their bass lines. That's like whenever I hear it, I'm like, oh, I want to write something like that. Other than that, like Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I love him. Also inspired me, and I listen to a lot of Japanese bass,
Yes,
and they have some cool bass lines which I really like to play and stuff.
For me, I guess the music I listen to doesn't really reflect the music that we play. So for inspiration, I kind of draw more from like whatever covers they suggest that we play, and then I try to emulate that. But recently, I've been listening to more like punk and kind of like goth bands, so I've been trying to take inspiration from that. Also, a lot of 80s music, because I grew up listening to a lot of 80s music because of my dad. So I try to think of like the drum lines from that and maybe make it a bit more like indie grunge for us. Definitely like a huge drummer inspiration would be like Roger Taylor from Queen. He's so cool. I can only wish to be as cool as he is.
You're cool.
You are cool. Very cool. That's awesome. You guys know your stuff. That's awesome.
Did you want to say one?
Oh well, yeah. Like I'm actually a drummer. So like way back in grade 8 or
really
something.
Good.
Well, I actually listened to Green Day. I had like a huge Green Day phase. So then I think I tried to turn you on to Green Day.
You definitely did.
So and then that was like 4 years ago.
Thank
and then we started. I started drumming. She started playing, and we had like a family jam band, right? We played Green Day songs, and we played Paramore too. So yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I started with bass too, so that was it's hard to sing while playing bass, but we had our little family band.
Mhm.
Nice. Patricia's saying JTO.
Thank you.
That's her sister, so
That's my sister, yeah.
our cousin. Yeah,
Um,
I love that name.
yeah. Oh well.
Dino was saying Alex Roger could never have as cool as gloves as you. So you have that going. Yeah, he's got a point.
I made these little
Nice.
socks actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are socks.
Yeah, they used to
I
be
can kinda
socks,
tell.
and
They're
then
so cool.
there was like a
Yeah.
hole in them, so I was like, I still like the pattern, so I'm gonna keep them as gloves.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. She's an artist too, so
Oh yeah, I definitely want to make more stuff for the band. I drew the single, the cover art for our
Yes.
single,
and
I
our
don't-
logo.
Okay, and our logo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really like the cover art, but they
I
really
love
like
it.
so-
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
She's just too hard on herself.
I definitely do art when it comes to art. But yeah, I do the logo also, and sometimes I'll like help edit stuff for like the posts. So, yeah. Oh, and yeah, like our posters, some of our merch, like obviously drew the stuff for that. So yeah, it's fun.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. I like the artwork for the single there, especially you guys got the YouTube version with like the flashing lights
She did
in there.
It's so
Nice.
stressful. I stayed up so late trying to make that like look good. It was
I mean,
a lot.
we did the single art the day that we released the song
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I
So.
was like rushing to finish that too.
Wow, that's a really DIY thing. But it worked out. I like it.
Thank you.
Awesome. How many more songs you guys got for us here tonight?
3, but we have like a backup just in case.
Okay. Why don't we jump into another one or two if you want to play them here for us?
Okay, sure. This one's a cover, relevantly of Paramore. It's the only exception, so it's a super popular
Ooh.
song, I'm sure.
Sorry, can I jump in first? There was a good question that's related to what you guys were just
Sure.
talking about. Dana was saying, where can I buy your merch?
Oh yeah, we're gonna start selling that. I think closer to like our headlining show, which is in a week.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
scary.
10 days, yeah.
But we also, this is gonna sound cheap, but the websites they're hard to set up and they kind of take some of the money. So we're kind of saying like, if you want some, you can just DM us. We have them here.
Yeah.
So if you want to DM us on our Instagram, Nerima Official, we can definitely get that set up.
Nice. Okay, that's a way to do it, and then all of the profits go to you guys, and none of it goes to whoever. So
And then we'll start selling it for real. We'll do more than just DMs.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Yes, and get that bag. Okay, now I'll let you guys jump into some Paramore. Sorry.
It's okay. Thank you. Okay, this one's the only exception by Paramore.
When I was younger, I saw my daddy cry, curse at the wind. He broke his own heart, and I watched as he tried to reassemble. My mama swore that she would never let herself forget. That was the day that I promised I'd never sing of love if it does not exist. Darling, you are the only exception. 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 Maybe I know somewhere deep in my soul that love never lasts. We've got to find other ways to make it alone or keep a straight face. And I've always lived like this, keeping it comfortable distance. And up until now I had sworn to myself that I'm content with loneliness, because none of it was ever worth the risk. You are the only exception. You are the only only exception. You are the only exception. You are the only exception. I've got a tight grip on reality, but I can't let go of what's in front of me here. I know you're leaving in the morning when you wake up. Leave me with some kind of proof it's not a dream. Whoa. You are the only exception. 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 And I'm on my way to believe it. Oh, and I'm on my way to believe it.
I love that song. I like that song before I got into Paramore, so it's very special to me. Also, it's really popular, so we thought people might also like it.
Yeah.
That sounds like a selling point. Nice. And so, are we on covers for the rest, or do we got any more originals coming up?
That's the only cover.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the only cover. Okay, so the rest is all original. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's especially exciting to hear new music when it's this is the first kind of iteration of it, as people are like
Yeah.
discovering this through the quarantine, and this is one of the big pluses to this is these live streaming things. People can hear all this music that they would have had to wait till the CD came out, right? So
Yeah, definitely. Also, like people from other countries. I don't know if there are any, but if they want to, they can listen.
definitely, yeah. We've had people from all over the world tuning into this, which has been super cool. Okay, I'm gonna try this time. K Omongi is saying he loves the Cajun beats.
Yeah, a lot of our viewers, at least from my parents, are from Philippines, so
Oh, nice. Okay,
yeah.
awesome. And Dino Earth, that is
My God.
wow. He is man.
He's loving you guys.
He is your number one stand. Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you so much. Oh my gosh, you're making our year. You want to come say thank you?
Oh, thank you so much, Dino.
Awesome name.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
what to reference you, but
Yeah,
awesome.
I love it. Oh man, I had a question, but now I'm so distracted by this.
You guys mentioned you have a show coming up. I wanted to ask about that. Whereabouts is that, and how is that going to go down?
Oh yeah. Well, it's actually online because we don't want to risk anything
right
yet.
on.
Yeah, and also so people from other places can listen. That's on the 26th, so it's a Saturday. So hopefully everyone's free. And yeah, we set that up a while ago, but we've just recently been really promoting it because it's our first headliner. We've only opened for other bands or like joined other streams. So we're really excited for this one. Yeah, what do you guys think?
Yeah, no, we're really excited for it. It's like, yeah, no, our first show, especially during quarantine because we've been on break for so long. So it's like our first, we did have another show earlier, but like this is our first biggest show.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Oh, and we're playing a lot of unreleased stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's scary because like what if people don't like it? But it's exciting.
Fair. Dale saying nice song, and we got Dino Earth cackling over there. That was better than when Lady Gaga said it.
playing that.
Oh, thank you so much. Too kind.
That's funny. Okay, so my question was going to be,
Okay.
so what are some other local bands that you guys would recommend people checking out?
Yes. Oh, actually, there's like a CD store in the Ostra Center called Now and Then. I'm sure people know it. But yeah, they have like a support local artist thing, and they recently put up a CD from Prospect, who's a band from like around here, I think. Which I was listening to some of their stuff, and it's really good. Also, Follow the Lemming. They're from around here, and they're really good. So.
Nice.
I don't know anybody.
Okay, Connor. Yeah, those are some good bands. Yes. Oh, Inevitable. They got us our first show. We opened for them. So huge thank you to them. And they're really awesome too.
Yeah, they're really
Dino Earth. Saying just ignore me. We can't ignore you, Dino Earth. It's not an option.
I don't want
More
to.
questions.
Right? Why would we ever want to ignore them?
There's so many questions about Dino Earth's name.
Dino Earth, you're gonna have to come on the next episode of this so we can figure out how you are.
Where'd you know that? We gotta know.
This. Yeah, I keep getting. Maybe that's why I should ignore him. I keep getting thrown off by. Yeah, you guys want to jump into another song here? We're
Sure, yeah.
We're Capsules 10-2. We've got Dani Kristina coming up for a quick interview right after these guys. So make sure to stay tuned.
Okay. Yeah, this one's another original. This one, we don't have a name for it yet, but I'm thinking ethereal, kind of, maybe. You want to start, Sam?
Yeah. 2, 3.
Things get old, but I'll never get old of you. When summer's cold, I'll know I'm getting older too. But I can see the sun on your pretty face. Things go wrong, but I'll never go wrong with you. When all is gone, tell me I will still be with you. But nothing's lost in this ethereal place for today. And my dreams are fine, living in my mind. But I can't draw the line between them and reality. So give me one thing when you go, 'cause I need something more. And it won't be much longer now. And give me something as a sign to lead a better life. And of this one I'll let go. Spirits die, but I know they would fly with you. In my mind, there would be no goodbyes with you. But when do we ever get what we need? Lovers fall to the beat of the heart in you. Risk it all, hoping things will go far with you. But I'm already begging, baby, please don't leave. And my dreams are fine, living in my mind. But I can't draw the line between them and reality. So give me one thing when you go, 'cause I need something more. And it won't be much longer now. And give me something as a sign to lead a better life. And of this one I'll let go. Well, there's something missing here. Is it something I should fear? Or is it much too late? Well, I miss something in you, dear, but it's nothing you should hear. If you think I was a mistake, so give me one thing when you go, 'cause I need something more. And give me something as a sign, 'cause I need a better life. So give me one thing when you go, 'cause I need something
that's another rich that I wrote that actually over quarantine. So that's like the only song here that I didn't write like 2 years ago. Yeah, I didn't think we'd do anything with it, but here we are.
Nice. Sometimes they come back and they turn out something beautiful, eh?
Yeah, I hope it's nice.
Beach is saying she seconds the Lady Gaga quote about Lexi.
Thank you.
Canada's very own Hayley Williams with 3 times the hair length.
Oh my gosh, that's like the greatest compliment I could. Thank you so much. She's my
Oh
biggest-
man, Dino Earth is quaking. This is so good. It was amazing.
I'm honored to make you quake. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. No, this is great. How has it been? You know, I know you guys said you were a little bit nervous about starting the band, and it's something that took you guys a while to get together. But how is that feeling of, you know, putting out music and having people react this way and having the positive response that you've been getting?
Terrifying. But seeing the positive response, it's like, I don't want to say it's shocking, but I know I'm just like really honored that people actually listen to it and they like it. Because I mean, it's probably not good for like a front woman, but I have terrible stage fright, so it really freaks me out. But then when people say they like it and they support it, it's just like, I know it's worth it. What about you guys?
I think it's cool. Like,
Nice.
but like, yeah, no, it's almost like when I write bass lines, I'm just like, it's alright, but it could be better. And people are like, oh, it's cool, and I'm like,
It's always
really?
awesome.
So
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of similar to like what Connor says. When I write like drum lines or stuff when we play, I usually get like lost in it, I guess, and I kind of don't. It's hard for me to tell like, oh, are people gonna actually like this? Like, do I need to work on this more? I kind of feel like I need to just keep working on it. But then when we finally put it out and people say that like, oh, this sounds really cool, or like, oh, you're doing good, it's like, oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, because I feel like when it's your own song, it's hard to tell like if it's
Yeah.
actually good or not.
Exactly.
Because you just kind of like,
Fair.
I'm used to it now. I can't even tell if it's a good, decent song.
Yeah, I actually feel kind of bad because I've been only doing the fun parts playing. Like in October when she started, I was like, "Oh, you're starting a band." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Like, and and then
Call
when
me
it,
for the fun parts.
yeah,
Yep.
and when it, I was like, "This actually, this looks fun." And then I realized, wait, like, it's actually so much work that goes into it, so much background stuff, and I realized, yeah, I can't like have time for this. And then in the summer, when the summer hit, I had to play like in half of their shows, so I realized, okay, well, I got really nervous, and I realized, yeah, this is actually really scary, because I didn't like write anything, so like I can't imagine like if it's your own stuff to put it out there.
Yeah, it's pretty like,
Yeah.
you feel kind of like exposed,
Yeah.
especially when you write about such like really deep stuff. It's like, oh my god, I'm just pouring my heart to random people.
Definitely. Cool. Okay. So yeah, we're rounded up 7 here. You got any more questions over there?
No questions. I just want to say to you guys, keep doing what you're doing. It sounds great. The music's beautiful. You guys are great. You sound great together. Keep
Oh,
doing what you're
thank you.
doing. 100%.
Oh, thank you. We're so honored to hear that.
Dino is saying, if anyone in particular makes you feel scared, let me fight him. he's there, man. He's got you guys' back.
Oh my goodness. Thank
So I'm
you.
just assuming maybe it's not a he. Maybe I should be saying, yeah.
I mean, it's a whole planet, Jesse.
Yeah, true.
A planet
True.
filled with dinosaurs.
They would definitely win the fight at least.
True. Cool. But yeah, so we got Dani Kristina coming up very shortly. You guys got one more song left for us. I'll let you play that. And then we are going to be playing your first single that came out, All for Nothing, and then we're going to have Dani coming on for a quick interview about her new music. Yeah, is there any last messages or anything you guys want to share with anybody watching?
Well, just a huge thank you to you guys for actually letting us on this. We're not used to getting opportunities so early on. So thank you.
Our pleasure.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Ready?
Cool.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you guys, and yeah, we'll stay in touch.
Where can we find out more from Nerima? Do you want to drop your socials, anything like that, websites?
I think all our social medias are just Nerima Official. Then we do have a website, which is nerimaband.weebly.com. Yeah, it's on Weebly. We had to make that thing ourselves. That took a long time. Very DIY. But yeah, so you can check our website. We do have a mailing list, which you can sign up to on our website. But I don't know, if you normal, you can just like look on our socials.
Nice. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you again. Let's. I'm excited to hear this last song.
Thank you.
My county's or Justin? My county's or
You can cast it. This is Through the Window. This is like the first song we wrote together, so it's on our YouTube as just a live version. So if you want to listen to it again, there you go. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Holding out the door for you, but you would always find a way in. Taking another chance on you, fool me once. Holding out a hand for you, but there was always something that I'd done. Just wanted to feel something, shame on us. But everything's so hazy when you're gone. So watch me dive in, though I know it's wrong. So bleed for me and fall apart. I don't wanna be alone. I lost you when you lost my heart, and I can't find my way home. Falling for your pain to out, but it would always give me something, something to feel wrong about. Fool me twice. Falling for your twisted heart. Couldn't make it if I tried. Though I'd never need to, I'll apologize. But everything's so hazy when you're gone, when you're gone. So watch me dive in, though I know it's wrong. Bleed for me and fall apart. I don't wanna be alone. I lost you when you lost my heart, and I can't find my way home. So bleed for me and fall apart. I don't wanna be alone. I lost you when you lost my heart, and I can't find my way home. Oh, bleed for me and fall apart. I don't wanna be alone. I lost you when you lost my heart, and I can't find my way home. Oh,
Thank you for letting us on. That's on our YouTube if you ever want to listen. Thank you very much. Oh, and thank you to Chimaj.
I think that's our uncle. I think.
Bright headlights, fine midnight. Tell us not to hurry, 'cause we won't get there at all. Time frozen, we dove in. Tell us not to worry, and then wait for us to fall. And we'll fight for you, fight
Awesome.
Woo.
So that was Nerima. You guys can you can go find them on Instagram and Bandcamp. And now we got Dani Kristina coming in. How's it going, Dani?
Hey.
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Great to see you on here. Thanks for coming on tonight's show.
Thanks for having me.
Nice. How's your day been so far?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Can't complain. How about you?
Nice. Mine's been good. I get to do this and talk with some awesome Canadian artists, so I definitely can't complain.
Yeah, everyone's been awesome.
Right.
They sound really good. Awesome. So good.
Yeah, it's been a cool night. Happy to have you here too. You got a brand new single, You Don't Get to Choose, and music video out.
Yes.
So yeah, this just came out this Sunday. We wanted to bring you on and have a quick chat about that song.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool. For anybody who hasn't heard of your music yet, do you want to tell them a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Dani Kristina. I'm a singer-songwriter from the Toronto area, and I just started recording some of my music about a year ago, but I've been writing since I was about 5 years old, so quite a while.
Nice. Yeah, I read you.
Sorry, go
Go ahead, Ben.
Well, I wanted to ask you. I read online. You've got 400, 600 songs.
Like over 600, right?
Yeah. No, I write whenever I can. It's just like my favorite thing to do when I'm bored or emotional or angry. It's just like a really good way for me to kind of let out what I'm feeling, you know?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've got Sydney in here saying Dan's favorite artist.
Yeah.
Nice. I do just want to let everybody know quick before we get too far into things. This episode is going to be rewatchable at www.quarantinesongs.com. We've also got a tip jar there with 100% of the profits being split between the bands. And we're also live right now on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So if you guys have any questions you want to add in, you can say it on any of those platforms, and we'll bring them in here.
Awesome.
Cool. And yeah, we're just saying you've got like over 600 songs written.
Yep.
But your debut EP is coming out, and you picked 5 of them. How did you pick
Yes.
5 out of over 600 songs?
I know that was pretty crazy, but the reason actually why I chose the title Aura for it, because it's like showing all these different kind of genres that I really like to experiment with in my writing. So when I was choosing them, I really chose ones that I found kind of showed every different kind of aspect of my songwriting process, and as well like the different kind of genres that I like to experiment with.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, you started off, you're a classically trained pianist and vocalist.
Yep.
So how did that kind of transition to where your music is now? And like I know you said they're kind of all over the place on the new album, but what genres would you say the songs on the new album are going to fit into?
Right. I'd say my biggest influences are obviously country and stuff like that, because that's kind of what I grew up in. But the EP is mainly pop, I'd say, which isn't really out of the ordinary for me because I had this really, really great piano teacher growing up, Cynthia Carto, and I was learning simultaneously pop chords and also all the RCM classical training and voice training. So she found it really important to kind of make sure I had a broad understanding of all music. So for me, it's natural to kind of go into this pop phase of creating music because that's kind of what I've been doing at the same time as like my classical music.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. And yeah, with your new track, You Don't Get to Choose. Would you say that tied in a lot of it, like that classical training? Yeah. How did kind of like how you started out with music and doing all this writing kind of impact this latest song that you have out?
Right. So I think this one is definitely my most kind of vulnerable and emotional and kind of personal track, which was definitely a challenge I had to overcome when I first decided to write it. But as usual, I start all my songs on the piano. I just come up with some chords, and then whatever I'm feeling, usually the first sentence of the whole song just kind of pops into my head. And after that, I just kind of let it all come out of me and then later make adjustments. But what's kind of unique about this one is I made no adjustments to the lyrics or chords or anything. This is exactly as the way I wrote it. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you worked with the Grammy-nominated Trevor James on this one. Can you
Yes.
talk about that experience and how having someone like that kind of affected the outcome of the song?
Yeah, so Trevor has a lot of experience working with a bunch of artists from the Arkells to 5 Seconds of Summer. So he really knows kind of what's in right now and what people are doing. So because of that, he was able to give me some different kind of opinions when it came to like the ad-libs at the end of the song, as well as where the voice should sit in the track and stuff like that. So he was really helpful in finding what can be modern while still staying really true to the message of the song and kind of my overall sound. So his experience really, really helped.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's awesome.
So I know you've been writing music your whole life.
Yeah.
So my question, like usually my question is sort of like, when did you decide to get into music? But you've kind of just always been into music. So when did you say definitively, I guess, to yourself that this is what I'm going to do professionally? Or was it just like a no, like there was just no question kind of thing? It's kind of, yeah, I'm going to
Yes,
stop talking.
that's a good one. No, I was gonna go into environmental sciences for a really long time. I was like very set because I'm very passionate about the environment. I was really set on doing that for the rest of my life. But then I realized I'm gonna have to sit in an office probably. I'm gonna have to, do the same thing every day. And I'm not really like a schedule person, if that makes sense. So I was like, okay, realistically, what I love most in the world is writing music and performing and getting to collaborate with different people and seeing the world and stuff like that. So I was like, I think I really have one option here. So in the end, I just kind of delved right in, and I'm kind of pursuing this right now.
Nice.
That's very awesome.
Yeah.
Do you mind? Do you have anything? Do you mind if I've got a question actually about self-production, because I know you self-produce a lot of your music. What is that like? Do you have like what was learning that like? Yeah, can you just tell me a little bit about that whole sort of process and where that came from? And
Yeah. So it probably, well, 100% started with my older sister, Juliana Heidenyak. She's a film composer. And she was always really into kind of like the tech part of music and kind of learning how to make your own tracks and virtual instruments and stuff like that. And being the younger sister that I was, I like look up to her like crazy. So I was like, hey, you want to help me out? Want to teach me a bit? So we kind of collaborated together, and she taught me a lot of the things. And she also co-produced a lot of the tracks that are on the EP.
very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. And so you're this new track, you've got a music video that came out along with it, which we're going to play at the end of this. I know you didn't have much time, so just let me know if I need to stop talking at any point.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
But yeah, really beautiful new music video. Lots of
Thank
cool
you.
stuff going on there. Can you tell us about the experience of that music video and kind of how you came up with all the symbolism and all the stuff that went into it?
Yeah, I'm really big on metaphors. I was really into creative writing as a kid. So I'm really into like hiding meaning within things and just kind of figuring out how to express something in a way that might not be obvious the first time you listen to it or watch it. So for You Don't Get to Choose, it's kind of this transformative experience through the song, especially when you get into the bridge. There's this whole section about realizing that certain things you've been doing might not have made any sense, right? Like you trusted someone blindly. So I decided to use water as imagery because I have this weird obsession with the ocean and water and waves. And I think it's actually also very transformative in general, right? So it's kind of this rebirth coming out of the water. And then it goes into this field scene with a bunch of these young girls representing this innocence. And then finally this claiming of power on the throne. And then with that power and all that knowledge, you return back to the water and you're transformed. You're going to make different decisions. So I kind of just started with the idea of transformative experiences and built up from there.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain a little bit about the lyrics and what went into writing that for the track as well?
Yeah. So this song in particular, it was written about 2 years ago. So it was kind of a weird time in my life. And I was just kind of reflecting on a lot of the things that had happened to me in my younger days and just kind of seeing how my life was influenced by other people and how other people's lives are influenced by people they've never met. So for me, that was something that was quite frustrating, seeing that people are kind of limited by other people's opinions. So I was really frustrated about that. And I just sat down at the piano and I was just like, okay, how do I get this out? How do I explain this? And then, like I said, the first sentence just kind of popped into my head and I realized like, yeah, you don't get to choose what I do anymore because it's ultimately up to me.
Nice. That's a beautiful meaning behind a song.
Yeah, I don't know. I like this one. I'm a big fan. I think there's certain people that are listening to this song that I'm like, yes, please listen to it again. There's a message in there for you.
When you write a song, do you know that that's going to be like one of the ones that's going to make it onto your EP? Or
I would say
song? Sorry.
I know, I would say, yeah, like every song is very, very special to me. And I have like this weird emotional attachment to all my lyrics because it's coming from the heart, right? It's like exactly how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. And even though it might not seem like it's about my life, it's all of them are pretty personal in a sense. Um, so every single one I write, I'm like, yeah, that one could go on the EP. But usually I get opinions from other people, see what they like, see how they're enjoying the tracks at live performances. And then from there, I take their input and also the ones that are really special to me, and I kind of use that together to pick songs for EPs and upcoming releases.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can you tell us about some of your past live shows? We're all missing them now, so I'd love to hear any good live show stories you got for us.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of really good ones leading up to this quarantine stuff, which is kind of sad. I was really sad that everything closed down. But I did open for this country singer, David Boyd James, in Toronto. That was really, really fun, just seeing like, because I'm more pop, I guess, right? So seeing this country audience also enjoy like the acoustic versions of some of my songs was really, really interesting and really fun because they were such a fun bunch. And then I did some live performances, some sold out shows at Alchemy in Toronto as well. And that was so much fun. I just had people singing along like the words to my previous releases, and I was like, this is crazy. This is so cool. So I'm definitely very thankful for the group that comes out and watches me and always supports my music. It's a crazy feeling.
That's awesome. And what were a few of your favorite Toronto bars to go see shows pre-COVID?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm biased when I say Alchemy because I find it's such a small place, but it's very intimate. So the artist is right here and you're like right there. So you're right beside them. And you really get to kind of connect with them on a level that's usually not common for like live music, right? Like you're sometimes a little further if you're there like on a stage or something. So I'd say Alchemy, especially because of the intimate atmosphere. And I also really liked Cadillac Lounge. I thought that was a cool one. That's
missed that
classic.
place.
I know, so cool.
That's not a COVID casualty though. That was just
No.
just finished, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like
That was a dope
last
bar. I think
summer.
that was just.
I know.
I think that was a Toronto rent casualty.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sydney's asking, any fun behind the scenes from your music videos?
There's a lot of behind the scenes footage. There's fun stuff. There's a few scenes and you get to choose where I'm in the water and there's flowers all around me. There's literally people holding me, like my arms, and holding me in place as we're recording it. So there's like just arms that are being cut out of the scene. So that's kind of funny. People usually don't think about that stuff. And then recording a lot of the water scenes was just kind of funny. I was just wrapped in a sheet and I'm like, okay, I'm getting up now. So it worked out for the video, but recording it was definitely kind of comical, I'd say.
Nice. Where should people go to find the behind the scenes stuff?
The behind the scenes stuff is usually posted on my Instagram, just little stories and snippets. So if you follow me there, it's Dani Kristina. So check it out there. You'll always see some funny stuff going on there.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah.
I do got another question about the songwriting.
Okay.
Because this is one that had me stumped when somebody asked me. But how do you know when a song is finished?
I don't think they're ever really finished. You can tinker with them forever. You know what I mean? There's always going to be someone that was like, oh, you should have made this verse a little bit more poppin'. You should have made the chorus shorter. But I think in the end, it's like, did the song accomplish its goal? If it did, if it made someone feel something, then you know what? It's done its job. You can play with it forever, but it's finished, I think, when you get to that point.
Nice. That's a fantastic answer to that question.
Yeah, songwriting. I know the process is, everyone has their own little, I guess, ideas of how it goes, but that's what I think.
Definitely.
Who else are you listening to right now, Dani?
Ooh, right now. I'm always listening to Regina Spektor. She's like my favorite since I was like 5. But besides that, I listen to a lot of 0Stella. I've been obsessed with her for years. I think she's so talented. And then besides that, I do listen to a lot of country music. So like Eric Church, Dierks Bentley, just kind of keeping my music tastes kind of varied. And then always 70s rock all the time. That's like my ultimate favorite genre.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your favorite 70s rock band?
I would say like Boston.
Boston, nice. That's awesome.
Who doesn't like Boston?
Who doesn't like Boston?
They're so good.
Nice. I've got another question. Sorry, I keep bringing it back to you don't get to choose.
Yeah.
But so the artwork for that was actually made up by this is a very 2020 thing for me to say, you know. But
Yeah.
it was from a TikTok artist.
Yes. Yeah.
Which
That's like
which
the
is
most 2020 thing to say.
I know.
right. That's it's a platform that now people, artists can get their stuff out and connect with musicians and all that kind of stuff. How did you guys end up hooking up together, and how was that experience?
Yeah, I've actually known her for years. We kind of were acquaintances for a while, and then I noticed she started her business doing this really, really cool Instagram content creation work, and it's beautiful. She does such a good job, and she has such good reviews. She's amazing. And I was like, you know what? Girl power, let's stick together. Let's do it. Let's work together and make this artwork. And she blew it out of the water. It's amazing. I'm obsessed with it.
Nice. You want to shout out her handle, so if anybody's looking to find it?
Yeah. She's on Fleek Creative or at Kata Mogs. But if you type in On Fleek Creative, you'll find her. She's sick. You should follow her.
Awesome. Cool. And what else do you have coming up in the future? I know it's kind of hard to plan things right now because who knows what's coming next. But what do you have in the works for the rest of 2020 and 2021?
Yeah, so my EP is coming out October 16th, which is super exciting. I've been really waiting to release that. And then in 2021, I have a bunch of new singles dropping pretty often. So that's exciting. I already have them in the works. So I'm really excited to release that. Even though the EP hasn't even come out yet, I'm already thinking about that.
Nice. Yeah, that's kind of the life of a musician, right? Like before one thing comes out, you already got to be planning for the next one.
Exactly, yeah.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, you got anything else, Ben?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to the video.
Cool. So yeah, we got. Do you got any last messages for anybody watching who might be interested in finding some more of your music?
Yeah, I'd say follow me on Spotify, Dani Kristina, stream my music. Follow me on Instagram too. It's Dani Kristina. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, all those platforms. I'll follow you back. And I just want to say a huge shout out to you guys. Thank you for having me. This was awesome, and you guys do really, really cool work for musicians. So it's really appreciated.
Thanks, Dani. I appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, that means a lot. Yeah, so I want to thank you, all the artists that came on tonight. This was a lot of fun. We got exposed to a lot of different kinds, but all amazing in their own right of music. Thanks everybody who has tuned in. You guys can rewatch this episode at www.quarantinesongs.com. We're going to play the new song You Don't Get to Choose here. It's also up on Dropout. We just got that uploaded there, so if you wanna rewatch that, head over there, and we've got it on the front page of the website. Cool. And that is all from me. Cool. Yeah. So thank you so much, Dani, and we'll hopefully we'll stay in touch.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and your new album is dropping soon, so everybody keep an eye out for that one.
Awesome. Thank
Cool.
you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, Dani. Cheers.
What gave you the right to make me cry? And who gave you the key and all this power over me? You took everyone, turned them against one. They all think that I'm insane, but you don't get to choose anymore who I love. You don't get to lock the doors to keep them out. I've had enough of breaking up every time you feel like a change. No, you don't get to choose anymore. And who insane.